I just love my food. Give me my potatoes. Constantly thinking about food. If you want that chocolate biscuit, you have that chocolate biscuit. If I can do it, and I didn't think I could do it. Remember, I was crying to my mum saying I need a gastric band. I can lose up to £9 in a week. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd do a video on how I lost 8 stone. 8 stone. Every time I say that, I feel like I need to count on my fingers. Like, I'm like, is that right? 8 stone? That can't be right. I'm like, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 8 stone. I started off at 17 stone and I got down to 9 stone 4. So not quite 8 stone, but pretty much. I just want to say that the number on the scale does not define you. How you feel is most important. No one else, or anyone else thinks or says, doesn't matter. What matters is how you feel. Me personally, I mean, I even made my partner James, I made him wait 6 months before I'd meet him because of how conscious I felt. I felt so low about myself. Like, I thought I looked horrible. I felt horrible. So I made him wait 6 whole months, and he did. Bless him. He did wait for me, but I wouldn't meet him until I felt better about myself. And to be fair, I don't actually think I lost any weight before I met him. I just sort of had to prepare myself. I don't know. But I made him wait is my point, because I didn't feel good about myself. So if you don't feel good about yourself, that's your sort of first sign you need to do something. I remember the day as if it was yesterday, literally clear as day. The day I stood on them scales and that number said 17 stone. There I was, crying to my mum. I was in tears. I was sobbing, saying that I needed a gastric band. I couldn't do it. Mum was telling me to stop being ridiculous. I was telling her, no, I can't do it. Literally, I can't do it. Obviously, I can do it because I've done it. But back then, in my head, the only option was a gastric band. Back then, no idea how you'd even go about getting a gastric band. But all I know is that I wanted one. Not wanted, I needed one. I thought I couldn't do without. Before this moment, I had tried other diets with my mum. We'd done the Atkins diet, which is pretty much basically meat, isn't it? Your beef, your pork, your chicken, you know, all the meats. You've got your vegetables, but I remember it being lots of green vegetables, so like broccoli, asparagus, spinach, like, you know, probably low carb veg, really. A lot of eggs, I want to say. This was a long time ago, so I might not be right, but I think I remember lots of eggs. Definitely remember lots of meat. But yeah, we done the Atkins diet. Oh, and your breath will stink. It will stink. I remember trying the Beyonce diet. Like, what was that? Was it maple syrup, lemon, cayenne pepper, and water? Mix it all together and down it. I didn't even last a day on that. That was disgusting. But I thought, I'll try it. I did all my research, read all these reviews, how it works really well, blah, blah, blah. You'll shed the weight off, it'll just come straight off. I thought, yeah, I'll do it. No. I tried that egg diet where you have eggs and an orange. You have like 2 eggs and an orange for breakfast. Same for lunch, and then a small dinner. Done that. We did Weight Watchers. We done Weight Watchers. I'm pretty sure it's changed now, but back when we done it, it was red days and green days. So your red days were your meat. You weren't allowed any carbs, so no pasta, no potatoes, just meat. I don't think how old I was when we done this, but I remember my mum, she was like, we need to do more red days. We need the red days. I don't know. No, mum, I need my pasta. I need my carbs. I need my potatoes. Give me my potatoes. I loved the green days. They were the ones where you would eat as much pasta as you want, as much rice, potatoes, you know. The more red days you done, the more weight you'd lose, or the quicker you would lose the weight. I was like, we need to do like, I don't know, 4 days red, 3, I can't count. 4 days red, 3 days meat. What am I trying to say? That's wrong. 4 days. No, that is right. Oh my god, it's been a long day. Basically, you know, 80% red, 20% green. Why am I finding that so difficult to say? What is wrong with me? But you get what I'm trying to say, you get it. So we done Weight Watchers. You've then got your points and that, isn't it? It's similar to Slimming World. Now, Slimming World, I owe a lot to Slimming World because I've done that for quite a long time. Slimming World, you've got your sins. Weight Watchers, you've got the points. I feel like I can't really comment much on Weight Watchers because I don't remember much about it. But Slimming World, I've done that for quite a long time. Looking back at it now, I hate to think how many calories in a day I would eat, because you've got your free foods. So you can have as much potatoes as you want, as much pasta as you want. The free foods, you can just fill up on them. Now, I remember the first time I swapped from Slimming World to calorie counting, baked beans. Baked beans are free on Slimming World. I don't know if it's still the case now because I've not done it in quite a while, but baked beans used to be free on Slimming World. And then swapping to calorie counting, a tin of baked beans or half a tin of baked beans, I remember thinking, how many calories for beans? Like, it's insane when you think about all the food. But that's the good thing about Slimming World, is it works. It works. You eat lots, but it works. But then when you swap to calorie counting, you're thinking, well, how does it work? Because you're having goodness knows how many calories, yet the weight comes off. So it's good. You fill yourself up, you eat lots. Somehow it works. Don't ask me how, but it works. The idea of it is so you don't focus on the calories, you just focus on the healthy foods, isn't it? It's so you don't feel restricted. However, I feel less restricted when I do calorie counting, because the sins and the calories, like I just said, are completely different. Completely. So things that I couldn't have on Slimming World because they were too high in sins. Pretty sure I had about 15 sins a day. But things that were too high in sins, all of a sudden, I could have on calorie counting when I switched, because they weren't that high in calories, yet they were ridiculously high in sins. But saying that, Slimming World worked really well for me. I lost a lot of my weight by doing Slimming World. Went to group, not that many times to be fair. And when me and Mum did go to group, we very rarely stayed. Get your access to the app though, and the app is really handy because you've got the, I don't know what it's called, the sin finder. You have this like search engine, you type in the food, it'll tell you how many sins it is. Really handy. I remember the amount of times I was standing in Asda, whatever supermarket, like, right, before I buy this, let's see how many sins it is. Really handy. I think probably 90% of it was done at home. We started going to group and we didn't like it. And at the end of the day, I don't know whether I was at school or college. I can't honestly tell you. But at the end of the day, you're like, it's cold. I don't know, maybe it's raining. You've had a long day. You're tired. You want your pajamas. You don't feel like driving 15, 20 minutes. It might be closer to you. You might have a group around the corner. But for us, it was like a 20-minute drive. Me and Mum couldn't be bothered. So 90% of the time, we done it at home by ourselves. And it worked really well. Really well. Now, as I've just said, I did swap to calorie counting. When I calorie count, I use MyFitnessPal. You type in your height, your weight, how much roughly you want to lose per week. I think you can do like a pound and a half, 2 pounds, you know. And it will tell you how many calories to have each day. I'm not breastfeeding. I will give myself 1,200 calories. But when I'm breastfeeding, which I am at the minute, I'm breastfeeding our little boy Leo, will allow myself more calories, quite a lot more calories. I give myself 1,800. It still works for me. It works really well. Did calorie count in when I was breastfeeding our little girl Nevaeh. It worked. As I've already said, I don't feel as restricted on calorie counting because you can have what you want really, as long as you count the calories. If you want that chocolate biscuit, you have that chocolate biscuit. If you want a Chinese, figure out the calories, have it, you know. You can kind of do that on Slimming World. But sins and calories, as I've already mentioned, are a lot different. I've actually started calorie counting a few days ago. I need to get this weight off. I mean, how long can you blame baby weight for? Our daughter is 2 in a couple months and Leo is almost 8 months. I mean, if I could use the baby weight excuse for the rest of my life, I'll happily do that, but I can't. I need to get it off. Remember how good I felt when I got to my goal weight, how good I felt. I will post pictures in a minute. Note to self, Hannah, post some pictures before and after. Now. I remember how good I felt. Some people say I got too small. I don't think personally I did. I didn't get to my goal weight, but I think my body, I got to 9 stone 4. My goal was 9 stone. I couldn't shift them 4 pounds. I think my body was just telling me that's enough. Like, where you're at is good. But I just remember how good I felt. I felt confident, and that's something I've never ever felt. Apart from when I had reached my goal weight, I've never felt confident. I've always felt frumpy and self-conscious and the girl that everyone sort of looks at and probably thinks, like, you know, it's hard to explain. People watching this, you probably understand what I mean. Like, that feeling that you're not happy. Yeah, when I lost the weight, I finally felt like I looked nice. I looked good. I remember going on holiday to Malta and I wore a bikini for the first time in a very, very, very long time. First day I was like, oh, can I pull it off? Am I still too chubby? I wasn't. Looking back, I was tiny. When I look at pictures, when I was at almost 9 stone, in my head I thought I still needed to lose more weight. Looking back, I would love to go back to looking like that. Maybe I will. After 2 kids, I have gained about 3 stone since then. Having 2 babies and just eating rubbish, basically. I can't blame the kids, it's not all their fault. I just love my food. The thing is with me, I comfort eat. If I'm sad, if I'm upset, if I'm stressed, I'll eat. If I'm happy, I'll eat. I'll just eat no matter what. The thing is, I just have to look at a cake and I'll gain 3 pounds just by looking at it. And I am constantly hungry, constantly thinking about my next meal. I could have just eaten dinner. I'm like, what can I have for dessert? After I've eaten dessert, what should I have for breakfast tomorrow? Literally, constantly thinking about food. Yeah, anyway, as I was saying, after kids, after giving birth twice, my body's, I don't think it'll ever be the same, will it? But if I can get back to how I was, great. If not, in my head, I'm thinking 10 stone. I weigh just above 12 stone now. So if I can lose 2 stone, if I'm happy, I'll stop there. If I'm not happy, I'll keep going. I'm trying not to let the number on the scales sort of matter to me as much. I used to be obsessed. I used to weigh myself every day, which is not good for you, so I don't recommend doing that. It's a very hard habit to get out of. Weighing sort of once weekly, or maybe even less than that, much more healthy. But for me, that's very difficult. I still, even now, struggle. I always just want to hop on the scales and think, oh, let me just weigh myself. Literally, I've started calorie counting Sunday. We are now Tuesday, and this morning I wanted to get on the scales. I stopped myself. I'm like, no, weigh yourself Sunday. I'm going to try and not be focused on the number. What will happen? I might get back into old habits and be obsessed with getting to that 9 stone. I remember these jeans, this outfit I had and I really want to get back into it. I've still got it. It's upstairs. It's in one of them like airtight space saver bags. It's ripped jeans and this nice pink frilly top. Oh, I loved that outfit. I'm pretty sure it was a size 10 and maybe 12. I'm pretty sure it's a 10. That would be amazing if I could get back into that, but we'll see. But what else have I tried to lose weight? Grapefruit before every meal. Disgusting. Like, if you like grapefruit, good for you. I couldn't stand it. But I tried that before every meal. That didn't do anything. Slim fast is another one I've tried. So I'm not entirely sure how you're meant to do slim fast. I think you're meant to have shakes, snacks, a meal. I've never done it properly. When I've done it, I've either had a shake for breakfast, a shake for lunch, and then a small meal, or just shakes all day and no food. It works well for me. Juicing works amazing. I can lose up to 9 pounds in a week if I juice, which is fab, which, you know, that's basically so close to a stone, isn't it? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more pounds and you've lost a stone. However, it's insanely difficult. You have to have so much willpower, and I have to be in the right frame of mind to do juicing. I would say after day 3, if you can hack it to day 3, you'll be fine. Day 1, day 2, day 3 will be horrendous. I'm not gonna lie. It will be really difficult. Get past day 3, you won't think nothing of it. Your body will just be used to it. I really, really wish I could do juicing right now, because I know the weight would just go. I could shift this weight really easily. However, I'm breastfeeding, so I can't. When you juice, the toxins, your body releases the toxins and goes into your bloodstream, something like that. So you can't do it when you're breastfeeding. So that will have to wait. Leo is more important than me losing the weight really quick. It works really well. I would make the juices. I'm pretty sure I'd have like 6 or 7 juices a day. I would have no food, just juice. I'd make it out of cucumber, celery, apples, carrots, beetroot. Some I would make like sweet. I would start off with more sweeter juices, so more apples, more carrots. I got used to it. I would make more sort of what I would think would be more healthy ones. Not healthy, but ones that would make me lose weight quicker maybe. I don't really know, but smell. Even now, I've still got the bottles I used to have the juices in. James says they don't smell. I think it's just me and my brain. The second I see these bottles, I instantly think of the juices and I'm like, they reek. James says they don't smell at all. It must just be in my head. But the smell, they don't smell great. I mean, it depends what juice you make, I suppose, but mine didn't smell great. They were green, some were brown. Brown juices. James actually tried it, not because he needs to lose weight, he doesn't, but he wanted to support me. So he was going to do it with me. He didn't even last a day, bless him, but he tried. It is difficult. You have to really, really want to do it. One thing that I remember trying is green tea. Obviously drink water. Water's really good for you and it helps you lose weight. You will go to the toilet 10 million times a day, but the more water you drink, the better. And green tea. I remember, I think I was doing Slimming World at this point, because I remember the, called a consultant, the lady that weighs you. She was like, wow, well done, you've lost 4 pounds. The only different thing I had done was drink green tea like mad every day for the whole week, and I lost 4 pounds. So green tea is really good for sort of boosting your weight loss. And fish. Fish is excellent to lose weight. I always say, if it swims, it slims. It's just learning what works for you. What works for me might not work for you. What works for you might not work for me. But you know, it's just trial and error, isn't it? The best diets I've done, Slimming World. Slimming World is what sort of started me off That is the diet that really got my weight budging. Before that, nothing was really working. I reckon some of it was me. I probably weren't in the right frame of mind. I cared, but not to the point where it was like that day and I saw that number and I just like, that's it. I need to sort myself out. I need to get this weight off. And then once you're in that frame of mind that you really want something, you work harder, don't you? I've never exercised. Well, that's a lie actually. I'm telling a little porky. I went through a few weeks where I would be doing exercise DVDs. It was that Charlotte Crosby one, the one from Geordie Shore. I was doing her exercise DVD every night or every other night. It lasted 3 weeks maybe, and then I gave up. I am not one to exercise, not just because I'm lazy, which I am, but I've got a dodgy neck, migraines, I've got a really dodgy neck. It's not just an excuse, but if I exercise too much, or if I jolt my neck, then that's me buggered up basically. So all of the weight I lost is pretty much without any exercise, apart from, I don't know, maybe going for a walk now and again in the evenings, but no proper exercise, you know. So easy to gain the weight, isn't it? I didn't help myself. When I worked in the city centre, I worked opposite a Starbucks. So every lunch, I was going across the road, across the street. I'd get a frappuccino or a hot chocolate. Oh, I've got like a chocolate orange hot chocolate or a mint hot chocolate, and then I would get a panini and maybe sort of yogurt granola thing or one of them caramel shortbread bar things. I just didn't help myself, but I couldn't resist. Everyone else was doing it. Everyone else that worked there was slim and they could probably went to the gym, or they were one of these girls that are lucky enough to be able to eat and not really gain weight. So they were doing it, so I thought, I'll do it. I want one. I don't want to be left out. But I just have to look at a cake and I'll gain 4 pounds. It's ridiculous. But it's so hard to lose the weight. But it's so easy to put it on. It's not fair, is it? It's not fair. But I just thought I'd make this video. I don't know if it's making any sense. It might just be me ranting. Basically story time. But I hope this video helps someone, whether it's that you're trying to choose which diet to do. I don't know if I've covered enough about the diets for you to decide that, or whether I'm helping you just by you listening and you can relate to me, relate to my story, so you know that you're not the only one that feels the way you do. You can do it. If you really put your mind to it, you can lose the weight, you can shift the pounds, you can feel better about yourself, feel confident. If I can do it, and I didn't think I could do it. Remember, I was crying to my mum saying I need a gastric band. I was adamant I couldn't do it, but I did. I need to do some of it again. I need to lose 2 to 3 stone, but I can do it. I am struggling to get in the right frame of mind at the minute. I need the willpower back, but we can do it. We can do it together, and I hope this helps. I hope this video helps at least one person out there. Hopefully I'm not just rambling. Hopefully it makes sense. I hope you enjoyed the video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and press that red subscribe button. Make sure you stick around, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye!